Whether you love him or hate him, there is no denying that Nick Saban is one of the most successful coaches in college football, and he has built one of the best programs in the Alabama Crimson Tide. His impact on college football is evident just based on how relevant Alabama remains while he's head coach. But his contributions to the sport extend further into the recruiting of players, success of his athletes, and the staff he's possessed over the years. With his players and assistant coaches reaching various levels of success in the college football realm, there is no doubt that Nick Saban is on the Mount Rushmore of college football coaches, and dare we say one of the best college coaches that have graced collegiate sports. In his tenure at Alabama, Saban produced 44 first-round picks as of the 2023 draft, which is more than the 27 losses he sustained as head coach of the Crimson Tide, again at the time of the draft. Hello everyone and welcome to No Huddle, a YouTube channel where we discuss all things college football, and in this video, we will talk about the incredible college football tree of Nick Saban. As we go through this, you'll see that there are a ton of branches that Saban has, some of which brought football programs its greatest seasons, conference championships, and national championships along the way. Without further ado, let's look at the many branches of the Nick Saban coaching tree. Perhaps the most notable coach from the Saban tree is Georgia's head coach Kirby Smart, who took over the football program in 2015. Smart worked with Saban in 2004 as the defensive backs coach at LSU, and with the Miami Dolphins in 2006. But he's most known for his time as the defensive coordinator from 2007 to 2015, as he was a part of the historically brilliant team of coaches in the remarkable season for Alabama that saw the Crimson Tide go 14-1 and route to a national title. While under Saban's wing, Smart won the American Football Coaches Association Assistant Coach of the Year Award in 2012, and won the Royals Award in 2009 for college football's top assistant coach. In Smart's second season as the top dog in Georgia, he led them to their first SEC title since 2005 behind a strong 11-1 record. While Georgia maintained a solid 11-1 record in the 2018 season, the Bulldogs lost to Alabama 26-23 in the SEC championship game. However, Smart built a national powerhouse, as evidenced by the two national championships in back-to-back years in 2021 and 2022, which made him the first one since Saban did so in 2011 and 2012. These two national championship winning seasons also nabbed Smart SEC Coach of the Year awards in 2021 and 22. While the most recent memory people have of Fisher and Saban is the war of words the two had in the summer of 2022 regarding the recruitment of players, the head coach of Texas A&M was the offensive coordinator from 2000 to 2004 with LSU, which saw a championship in 2003. During his time at LSU, he became a finalist for the Royals Award in 2001, but lost to Randy Shannon of Miami. Fisher coached the Florida State Seminoles from 2010 to 2017. In 2012, the Seminoles won their first ACC title in 7 years and appeared in a bowl game for the first time in 7 years as well. The culmination of Fisher's time at FSU was, however, the national championship the team won behind Heisman winner James Winston. While FSU maintained a solid foothold in the ACC the following years, it was not until 2017 when things fell apart. Behind a 5-6 record in 2017, Fisher resigned from head coaching duties to accept a job at Texas A&M. In his tenure as head coach, Fisher accumulated an 83-23 record for the Seminoles, which is the highest in school history. While Fisher has built the Aggies up to a formidable opponent, no success has probably trumped his win over Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide, who were ranked number 1 in the 2021 season. After a tumultuous tenure as the head coach for the USC Trojans from 2010 to 2013, Lane Kiffin applied for the vacant position as offensive coordinator for the Crimson Tide. In January of 2014, he got the job and began to utilize shotgun sets and a dangerous run-pass option. Kiffin helped engineer a juggernaut of offensives for the Crimson Tide that helped the program win the 2015 national championship against Clemson. This successful run as OC helped springboard Kiffin to a job as the head coach for the Florida Atlantic Owls of Conference USA. In his first season at the helm, Kiffin propelled the Owls to a 11-3 record and the conference championship. This gave the Owls the first winning season since 2008 and the first time the program achieved 10 wins in the Division I football. While 2018 showed a decline from Kiffin and the Owls, in 2019 the program rebounded to a 10-3 record. This season also culminated in the Conference USA Championship. Kiffin signed in 2019 with Ole Miss to become their head coach, and while he has yet to make a big of a splash as he did in previous tenure at Florida Atlantic, he did get Ole Miss to a 10-3 record in 2021. One can point to the time Kiffin spent with Alabama as the turning point in his coaching career, but he's just another example of the significant impact Nick Saban has on the game. The Miami Hurricanes head coach worked with Saban from 2013 to 2016 as an offensive line coach and recruiting coordinator. It is safe to say while there, Cristobal had an eye for talent as he was atop the composite rankings in the national 247sports.com in each of his 4 seasons with the Crimson Tide. Let's not forget he built the offensive line that took the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 2015. Speaking of the 2015 season, Cristobal was named the National Recruiter of the Year by the 247 Sports, and finished number 2 the following year for the same honor. Not only that, but Alabama's offensive line won the inaugural Joe Moore Award in 2015, which is given to the best defensive line in the nation. In January 2017, Cristobal took his talents out west to join Willie Taggart and the Oregon Ducks as the offensive line coaches and served as the co-offensive coordinator for Oregon. However, in his first season out west, Taggart would be dismissed as head coach, and Cristobal assumed the role of interim head coach before taking the reins as head coach. In his first full season, Cristobal led the Ducks to a 9-4 record and a victory in the Redbox Bowl over Michigan State. The following year, Cristobal won the Pac-12 Coach of the Year, voted on by the Associated Press after Oregon posted a remarkable 11-2 record and defeating Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl. While the COVID-19 pandemic affected the 2020 season tremendously, the Ducks still finished the season with a respectable 4-2 under Cristobal. In 2021, Cristobal signed on as the head coach of the Miami Hurricanes. His first season proved difficult as the Canes finished 5-7, but in his second season as head coach, Cristobal looks to turn things around and bring Miami back to the powerhouse it was in the late 90s and early 2000s. If it was not for Cristobal's fine work done at Alabama as a recruiter and the way he constructed an amazing offensive line, then it could be argued that he does not receive the same opportunity. Safe to say Nick Saban hiring him prior to the 2013 season was a turning point in Cristobal's career. While this was not the first juggernaut program Napier worked with, as he held various coaching positions, and was the OC for Clemson Tigers from 2006 to 2010, it was perhaps the role he played in the Alabama coaching system that propelled Napier to later success in his career. With a stint as a wide receivers coach from 2013 to 2016, Napier is another former assistant of Nick Saban who went on to become a head coach for a collegiate program. While Napier was part of that amazing coaching staff that propelled the Crimson Tide to the national championship, Napier departed for Arizona State in the 2017 season. In his lone season there, the Sun Devils finished with a 7-5 record. However, most of the success Napier garnered was at his next stop at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette as the head coach of the Raging Cajuns. With a 7-7 record in his first year at the helm, Napier improved significantly in the following seasons. In 2019, the Raging Cajuns posted an 11-3 record and won the 2020 Letting Tree Bowl game. In 2020, Napier's team went from 10-1 and followed that up in 2021 with a 12-1 record. During his time at Lafayette, Napier led the Raging Cajuns onto the first conference championship in 50 years and ended his tenure on the 12-game winning streak. Napier accepted a position as head coach of the Florida Gators, and while the 6-7 record is less than desirable, Napier showed his ability to lead a team. While there is a huge list of names that we did not extensively cover, there are still coaches who worked with Saban that are worth a brief mention. Will Muschamp, who worked with Saban from 2000 to 2004 at LSU as a linebackers coach and defensive coordinator. Jeremy Pruitt, who from 2007 to 2012 worked in various positions for Saban and made a return in 2016. He later became the head coach at Tennessee. Recent coaches like Steve Sarkisian, who worked with Saban at Alabama before taking the head coaching position at Texas, which should be interesting given the Longhorns are set to join the SEC in 2024. This could showcase another student versus teacher matchup that will intrigue fans. There are more coaches affected by Nick Saban and are branches on what is a mighty oak of a coaching tree. Love him or hate him, there is no denying that Saban's legacy in college football is easily one of the greatest. Let us know in the comments if there are some you think we should have covered more extensively. Do you think there are other coaches under Saban's leadership that will have a successful future as head coach? For more college football content, be sure to check out our channel No Huddle.